everyone, I am coming to you today from Audrey's closet. It's Henry's closet as well because we have a very small house, but that's not the point. Yeah, so the point is I'm coming to you with a very beginner friendly project, and I want to show you kind of just how I did it because I get a number of comments from people that, particularly young mothers, that they want to get into sewing and whatnot, but they're not that familiar with sewing, plus they've got youngsters and they just feel really like overwhelmed and intimidated by the whole concept of it. So we started school for Audrey about 2 months ago, and I wanted her to have like these little day dresses, whatever, for school, little school dresses. You know, she's 2 years old, kind of get her in that mode of you're going to school today versus, bless you, versus just like a weekday or an off school day, whatever. So, and it worked out the way that I was imagining in my mind. She has 10 dresses. I did these 10 dresses. I sewed them before she started school, so I had Henry and Audrey. She's a little over 2, and I juggled both of them while I was sewing these. Charlie, my husband, was working, so I did 10 dresses in about a day and a half. Now, yes, I do know how to sew, but I think it's a very doable project, and here's the project. It is CC Lucy, Children's Corner Lucy. It's a very easy pattern. It is a completely lined jumper, okay? So basically you have no sleeves to worry about. The hem and the neckline armhole are all enclosed, and the lining, and then you've got your side seams. It's very easy, and it lends itself very well to being embellished a ton of different ways. I did 10 of these, like I said, for under $100. Depending on your embellishments, you can be anywhere from $50 to more like $100, depending on what you're going to embellish them as. Now, the trick to making them at that price point is that for the lining, you don't use it on you don't cut it on the fold. You just cut 2 pieces and you sew a seam down the middle. Of course, it's the lining, so from the outside you don't see that seam, but then on the inside there the seam is, which is not a big deal in my book, at least. So I did 10 of these things. If you're in the same boat as us, where you do some sort of a daycare school program, that gives you 2 weeks worth without having to worry about laundry. We have been doing this for 2 months, and I have not come close to running out of these dresses. I will have a whole blog post listing all of the details and kind of like laying out all the different outfits and all the embellishments that I did with that. I also have all the materials linked down below to make it easy for everybody. But it's just a fun little project. It's a great beginner's project, and I also will have the full-on sewing tutorial that will walk you through step by step how I made these. But basically, I ordered my stuff off of Farmhouse. Again, everything is linked down below. You know, it arrived in the mail. I pre-washed everything, and what I chose for this was a Imperial broadcloth. I'm so used to using batiste. I hardly ever use broadcloth, but broadcloth is a bit stronger. It's a tighter weave than batiste, and so it just holds up a smidgen better, especially when you're talking about play outfits that's gonna, be seeing a lot of wear and tear. And Imperial broadcloth. That Imperial, what that means, it's a polyester cotton blend. So the polyester is your friend in this case. It's really going to resist staining as well as wrinkles. These are all straight from the dryer. Actually, that one sat in a basket, so you can see that one's a little bit more wrinkled than, say, this one. But I don't iron any of these. All of these have seen plenty of paint in the last 2 months and arts and crafts and whatever, and they resist staining. It's all come out in the wash just wonderfully. So I did pre-wash them all, and then after that I just sewed them up. And so depending on the age of your youngsters, that's, you sew them during nap time, or you baby wear them, or you put them in a jumper and you sew. You let them play on the floor and you sew. Sometimes, like Henry's getting into this age where you can put them in like a high chair, move the high chair into the room, make sure the high chair is far enough away from your sewing machine though that if the food goes flying, it's not going to land on your fabric, and you can sew that way. Give them a banana to play with, or give them something, and that will usually give you 20-30 minutes of sewing time. So you just kind of make it work, and I just wanted to be kind of like, you can do it. You know, you can do it just because you have youngsters. If you want to sew, don't let that stop you from sewing. Like I said, I will have all of the resources down below in the description in the description box. But I just hope this was helpful, and yeah, it's one of those things I feel like once you get your feet wet and get the wheels in motion, if you enjoy doing it, you can just kind of take off, and you never know how much you're going to enjoy doing this until you try. So this is a very affordable project that can get your feet wet. It's a beginner's friendly thing that you can do with children. As always, I hope this was helpful. If y'all have any comments, leave them comments below and say, we appreciate y'all for watching. Oh my gosh, is that not mom life or what? Bye guys. Mwah.